Good evening, I'm Rusty Evans. I'll be starting our varsity girls basketball recognition tonight. Takes a total team effort to make it through a season, make it successful, and so we'd like to thank our administration, athletic department, parents, managers, players, and coaching staff, and Coach Shack and Coach Cooley that have standing behind me. Very blessed to have coaching staff of that caliber, their basketball knowledge, and not just their unmatched dedication and work they pour into this program. I'd like to say a special thanks to our parents this year who really gave us an extra boost during playoff time with food and posters and just any type of motivation they could give. It just kind of really went above and beyond this year and helped us to make our playoff run. So we thank our parents for that this year. This season was successful and very enjoyable in many ways. To recap our season, we had an overall record of 19-9 and finished ranked in the top 10 in the final year-end rankings. We had signature wins on the road against Newnan, third year in a row we beat Newnan. Rival model here at home in an exciting game, and then maybe one of the most memorable ones is that we advanced to the Elite Eight by defeating Bremen at Bremen in the second round of the playoffs, where they were currently ranked number 1 in the state. And so that kind of was our signature wins this year. Our players, we had two players on the first team all region, 1 player on the second team, and 2 honorable mention, and 1 all-state player. We also had 6 players who competed in the West Georgia All-Star game down in Columbus this year. First of all, we'd like to recognize our JV players, and if I point call your name, ladies, if you'll come and line up across the front of the stage. Caitlin McKenzie, 8th grade participation scholar. Mackenzie R., 9th grade participation scholar. Deanna Brown, 9th grade participation scholar. Kayla Emery, 9th grade participation scholar. And Aubrey Borland, who's not with us tonight, she's actually in the hospital. I still believe she has some health issues there. So our thoughts and prayers with Aubrey this evening. She's kind of moving through that. But Aubrey Borland, 9th grade participation scholar. Paisley Wyndham, 9th grade participation scholar. Kayla Costley, 10th grade participation. Deanna Mitchell Matthews, 10th grade participation scholar. Trinity Owens, 11th grade participation scholar. Thank you very much, ladies. Now we do have a couple of JV special awards that we'd like to hand out. The first one, I'll call your name. You just come stand up here, and then we'll talk about you for a second. First of all, Diane Mitchell Matthews, come up here just a minute, please, ma'am. This evening, Diane received the JV Braves Award. This award is given to the player we felt like represented the qualities we wanted in a player, and that is one. And I think it was defined by great Vince Lombardi, who said it's never whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. And we felt like Diane had a lot of adversity she faced this year. She kept on getting up and getting back at the first scrimmage game of the year. She scored her first 6 points of the game, drew 2 charges. All year long she rebounded strong and had to tell her to shoot more because she could do that. So congratulations, Diane. Miss Amy Brown's getting our JV Most Improved Award. Quote that I think defined Kiana: make improvements, not excuses, seek respect, not attention. And from the first moment that Kiana stepped on the floor as a ninth grader to this year, making improvements, it's been her personality, her characteristic that defined her. She started out with a good flag football season. I heard her name called all year long, but she was doing good things out there, and I knew she would come in and do good things for us. And I think it's just defined about where she started her freshman year to this year, third round playoff game. In the heat of the game, she played some valuable minutes for us, and so she really has improved each and every year. Became a consistent, confident shooter for us this year. Congratulations, Kiana. Mackenzie Hall. Mackenzie received the JV Top Performer Award. Success leaves clues, and I found one of her clues early on in the year. There was some note cards left in the locker room with plays she had written down on her own to remember and learn. So I knew that she was going to be a hard worker from that point. And then I did find another quote. It says, "Stay afraid, but do it anyway." Stay afraid, but do it anyway. I remember the first game of the year, when I told Mackenzie, I said, "Go handle the ball." She had this look on me, shook her head like, "No, I don't want to do that." It went from that point to her first JV game, scoring 20 points, and then hit a three-pointer in the playoff game against Green. And so Mackenzie had a great year. Congratulations, Mackenzie. All right, now we're going to call up our varsity players. Again, if you'll stand up front, and we'll be receiving a plaque indicating our Elite 8 playoff performance this year, and then their varsity letters in turn. Mackenzie R., 1 year letter, scholar. Kayla Costley, 10th grade, 2 year letter. Lily Contrell, 10th grade, 2 year letter, scholar. Asia Kimball, 10th grade, 2 year letter, scholar. Majesty Ware, 10th grade, 2 year letter, scholar. Emma Beers, 11th grade, 3 year letter, scholar. Emma Lawson, 11th grade, 3 year letter, scholar. T.T. Lewis, 11th grade, 3 year letter, scholar. Trinity Owens, 11th grade, 3 year letter, scholar. Kiana White, 11th grade, 3 year letter, scholar. Deja Walker, senior, 3 year letter, scholar. Belle Inwood, senior, 4 year letter, scholar. Very importantly, our managers, Anna Bryce, senior, 1 year letter, scholar. And Joanne Pruitt, senior, 4 year letter, scholar. Thank you, ladies. We have some individual awards for varsity players, and I'm going to be introducing the first one. This is the Varsity Brave Award, Lily Contrell. Lily's receiving the Varsity Brave Award. She practiced hard every single day, played multiple positions throughout the year. Very good rebounder, good instincts, and played hard. One day she came, most players will come up and say, "Coach, can you work with me on passes or shots?" After practice, but Lily came up and said, "Hey, can you work with me on drawing charges?" And I like to hear that. She went through a shoulder injury all year long and was really a lot of pain a lot of times, but kept pushing through. The quote I had for Lily: "Don't aspire to be the best on the team, aspire to be the best for the team." I think Lily certainly exhibited that this year. Congratulations, Lily.
The first award I'm giving out tonight is the Top Performer Award. This award is going to a girl that had the most 21-point club games, which is not just scoring 21 points in a game. It's points, rebounds, steals, deflections, steals, charges, all the good stuff, and minus your turnovers. This girl had 22 games where she entered the 21-point club out of 30, which is good. She had 913 production points, and we can't ask nothing better from that. And that award goes to Asia Kimball.
This is what I'll be doing, the Most Improved Award. This girl I have watched grow over the last couple of years and just continue to get better at her craft each and every day, with scoring and rebounding. Watch her grow. I really watched her grow up in the second round of the playoffs by scoring 23 points against the #1 team in the state and helping us advance to the third round. We'll be looking for bigger and better things for her next year, so our Most Improved Player goes to Madison Work.
All right, the next award is the Hustle Award. This award is going to a girl that I've seen miss a layup, hustle back, get a back tip, go get the ball, be back the first person back on offense. She did everything fast. Like, couldn't ask more from them. If I had Bell Energy, I would be great. But this award goes to Bell Energy. The next award is the Offensive MVP. This girl averaged 22 points a game. Altogether, she ended up with 355 points, which is the #1 out of all our players. Again, she shot the ball well. She helped handle the ball. She did everything. Our offensive MVP goes to Asia Kimball.
This award will be our team defensive MVP. This girl was a girl who laid it on the line each and every night that we played. Stats-wise, she may not lead in steals or other categories, but I can guarantee you she led in charges attempted, clutch dives on the floor. Though she was undersized, she made it up in heart. So our team defensive MVP goes to Emma Beers.
Our team MVP goes goes to our point guard. She averaged 11 points per game. She had 320 altogether, which was second. She averaged 4 rebounds a game. Altogether, she had 121. She averaged 5 assists per game, which is good. I mean, she was a good ball girl. She was sharing the ball with her team. She had 144 altogether. She had 13 blocks, 3 steals per game, 86 altogether, which was second, and she had 782 production points. TT handled the rock probably 80% of the game, and she never let it phase her. Our team MVP goes to TT Lewis.
Next, we'll recognize our players who received all region and all state honors. We were the only team in the region to have 2 players on the first team, and it was unanimous among all the coaches voting that we definitely deserve both these players in the top 5 on the first team. First of all, Asia Kendall. Asia was first team all region. Asia also is on the all-state team as well. Also on the first team, all region, TT Lewis. In the West Coast All-Star game played in Columbus, TT was the MVP of our the teams down there. Had a great show. We have 1 player on the second team, all region, Miss Emma Beers. We have 2 players named to the all-region honorable mention team. First of all, Miss Majesty Blair. Also, honorable mention all region, Miss Emma Lawson. Now, we're going to turn over to Coach Green for
Right now, we'll give out the Edward Potts Above and Beyond Award. This next award was created by former Lady Braves coach Helen Akins in an effort to not only highlight our athletes, but also honor a legend in Hurd County High School, Mr. Edward Potts. Mr. Ed, with a smile on his face, dedicated more than 4 decades of his life to Hurd High School and the school system. He was often the first one on campus and the last one to leave. As the name of this award indicates, Mr. Potts often went above and beyond his official job duties to ensure our campus and facilities remain nice and clean. His hard work and dedication to the school system remain unmatched. As coaches, it's our goal to instill Ed's character, dedication, and selflessness into the student athletes we encounter. He never complained, no matter what adversity he may face, and it was never a time, So with that being said, the person the coaching staff feels for the boys is most deserving of this award has not only displayed the above attributes of Mr. Ed, but has also displayed the following. He never complained, no matter what adversity he may have faced, and it was never a time we as coaches had questions if whether or not he was going hard or putting forth his best effort. Most importantly, when adversity hit, he never displayed bad body language or attitude. This year's Edward Potts Above and Beyond Award goes to Mr. Bryson Bowman.
Our Edward Potts Award goes to Jayana Pruitt. She's not here today because she does not like any attention on her, but I feel like she's done her 4 years a lot for our girls. She goes washing uniforms. If they ask her to get something, she'll literally run to go get it. She's been one of the best managers we've had, and we're going to miss her. So our Edward Potts Award goes to Jayana Pruitt.
All right, now we're gonna move on to the Washington Boys Award. So I'll do a season recap first. This 25-26 season was an overall success. This year's team was composed of 6 sophomores, 4 juniors, and only 4 seniors as far as the Washington Birds go. We had a total of 22 kids this year. That's up from the numbers last year. This year's team was able to get some huge wins against Creekside, Douglas County, and of course our rival Callaway. As for region play, the Braves were in one of the toughest regions in Single A, Division I in the state. 2 teams in our region were at one point ranked top 5 and above. Despite our tough schedule, though, we were able to compile a regular season record of 16-8 and an overall record of 17-10. We also made a playoff berth and were able to reach the Sweet 16. That is the 4th time out of 5 years since I've been at the helm of this thing. The Braves also finished 3rd in a very tough region. We had 1 player named to the all-region team. This is Cam Letterman. They've got Gray Hester, Dakar Andrews, and T.J. Reeves all received all-region honorable mention. And God to be able to do that in such a stacked region, that's big. We also had 6 players named to the West Georgia All-Star team. All the wins and accolades, you know, that's awesome. Don't get me wrong. However, I feel like the experience you guys got over the playing time y'all gained this season, that's what matters most. And again, I said last year we would have had all 14 people returning. It gets even better. Next year we got 10 out of the 14 players returning. The future of Hurricane basketball is bright, and I cannot wait to the next season. That being said, guys, when we call your name, recognize everyone who played basketball this year. If y'all would line up when we come up with Coach Kerbo, and line up to the far right, far left over there. All right, I'll start out with the JV guys. Got CJ Bonner. Participation, starting out with. Mr. Imari Kendall. Starting out with. Major Lassiter, Scholar Athlete. Zay Person, Scholar Athlete. Tatum White, Scholar Athlete. Josiah Bonner, Scholar Athlete. Brody Buck Cofield, Scholar Athlete. And Eden Tisdale, Scholar Athlete. We're going to jump down to the varsity players. These are the guys that actually finished the whole season up with us. Have you all lined up the same way. Got Dakar Andrews, 2-year letter, Scholar Athlete. Zerick Green Jr., 2-year letter. Mr. Amir Morris, 2-year letter, Scholar Athlete. Mr. T.J. Reeves, 2-year letter, Scholar Athlete. Mr. Taj Taggart, 2-year letter, Scholar Athlete. Bryson Vaughn, 2-year letter, scholar athlete. Mr. Trip Kerbo, 1st-year letter, scholar athlete. Mr. Amari Hammer, 3-year letter, scholar athlete. Mr. Xavier Moreland, 1st-year letter, scholar athlete. Mr. Tyler Philpott, 2-year letter, scholar athlete. Mr. AJ Peters, 3-year letter, scholar athlete. Mr. Bradford Hadley, 4-year letter, scholar athlete. Mr. Gray Hester, 4-year letter, scholar athlete. And Mr. Cam Letterman, 4-year letter, scholar athlete. I also want to take this time to recognize our manager, Mr. Darius Walker, 3-year letter. All right, this next award goes, that we're gonna be giving out, we give this out every year. It's the Braves Top Fundraiser of the Year award. Fundraising is an important aspect of keeping the program up and running while providing our athletes with quality uniforms, equipment, and summer opportunities. I think this award, this first one was one of the most important ones given out tonight. This award goes to the athlete within the program who either participated in each of the fundraisers or made donations to the program as a whole. He alone raised a grand total of $875 for the program and in turn paid his fees while also providing funds for our program. The coach staff would like to show our appreciation by presenting this year's Top Fundraiser Award to Mr. T.J. Reeves. Thank you, sir. I will now turn it over to Mr. Kerbo as we present our JV awards.
All right, our JV season, it was a lot of fun to coach this group of kids. We had a mixed group of some older kids and not a lot of the younger guys. It was only a handful of them that had a lot of improvement throughout the year. I think overall we finished 6-3, and everyone was able to contribute and be a part of the team. And it was a good group to coach. Didn't have to worry about attitude stuff, so that's always a fun thing. I'm giving out 3 awards. I'm going to start with the JV Most Improved Award, and this young man played last year for me, JV-wise, and just had a great year for us. I think just from a mentality standpoint and having a great team attitude, he was fun to be around. The other kids enjoyed being around him. And he got consistently better in that year's time with his decision-making, ball handling, played with good energy. And like I said, his teammates, that's one of the most important things, your teammates like him. And he's a good student athlete. So our JV Most Improved improved award goes to Zach Green Jr. That's a picture right there. Second award is our Braves Award, and our Braves Award goes to someone who is it's kind of like a coach's award. Someone who accepts coaching in the right ways, has some leadership qualities, and just kind of does whatever is expected of them, which is what you want every kid to be able to do. So this is a great award to get. Unfortunately, he is not here. Hopefully he's striking out somebody over there on the baseball field right now. But our Braves Award goes to Major Lassiter. The last award goes Rookie of the Year. This is a freshman who did a great job throughout the year. He's actually a little bit more athletic than I gave him credit for, but just as the season went on, he just continued doing good things in every game, regardless of what I was asking him to do. He had to play multiple positions, and didn't complain. Had some older guys getting reps in front of him, but anytime he had an opportunity, he came in and he played well. So our Rookie of the Year award goes to C.J. Bonner. Good job, C.J.
All right, our next award goes to a couple of guys that did pretty much everything we asked. They were older guys, been with us since the freshman year. One of them was with us for the freshman year. The other one, he spent 3 years with us. They got this award last year, honestly. However, I mean, when you look at the qualities that we choose to give this award to the kids, these two guys, they do it by far. No matter how hard we got on them, they were the same kid regardless. They never had bad body language, bad attitude, none of that stuff. Whether they played 2 minutes, whether they played 5 minutes, they always came ready to play and give their all. This year's Coach Washington Brave Award goes to Mr. A.J. Beatles and Mr. Bradley Hampton. Next award up is our most improved player. It goes to a young man who has continued to improve. He started the year playing full-time varsity. Midway through the season, he earned a spot in the starting lineup. One of the most memorable moments for me this season was his performance versus the number 8 AA team of Salem High School. He went off going 75% from the 3-point line and scoring his season/career high 13 points. His overall IQ and feel for the game is unmatched. As coaches, we always talk about how he sees and knows things before it happens. And that overall IQ is going to take him far out the field in this sport. This kid's future is bright. He definitely improved this season overall. As you can tell by his numbers, which you'll see in a few. Most improved player for the 25-26 season is Mr. Bryson Bowman. He's walking up here, like I said, 24-25 season, he had 31 points total. This year he had 115. 14 rebounds, went up to 50. 10 steals, went up to 30. 16 assists, went up to 33. And he always puts a hand on the ball there, so he got 23 deflections, 24-25. And 25-26, he literally doubled that number and got 54. Overall, great job, young man. Next award goes to Top Performer of the Year. It is given to a player based on their production points in each game. Again, production points consist of points plus rebounds, plus deflections, plus steals, plus blocks and assists, and minus the turnovers. This is also, I know y'all see all the posts on social media. I'm just gonna pull that out the air. That's how we calculate that as well. This year, our top performer had a total of 458 and a half production points. This year's top performer of the year award goes to Mr. Cam Levin. Move on, offensive player of the year. Again, this award goes to the player who was responsible for setting us up in our sets, as well as for keeping the tempo of the game. He was one of the best ball handlers we had for literally the past 3 years. He rarely came off the floor. Other teams would deliberately try to keep the ball out of his hands. This player has great vision when it comes to finding his open teammates. He led the team with 91 assists this season. His averages, first of all, the offensive player of the year, Mr. Cam Levin. Led the team in points and assists. Next award, where we hang our hat on, Defensive Player of the Year. It goes to a player who started establishing that he had a nose for the ball his freshman year. The coach staff always used to joke about how we would ever keep him out of foul trouble because he was so aggressive with his on-ball defense. One of his most impressive defensive moments this season, we asked him to deny Models number 21, which ultimately became the region player of the year. We asked him to deny him the ball in the second half of that game. And if he was at that game, he flat out took the guy out of the game. Frustrated him. Didn't foul a lot either. He took care of business. He had some of the best lateral movement on the team. He can recover and cut players off if he gets beaten off the dribble. He would end the season with 40 steals, which was first on the board. Also, we had 60 total deflections. This year's Defensive Player of the Year award goes to Mr. Taj Taylor. Next award, we start getting this award out solely on the way this next young man plays. It goes to a player who always hustles, whether we're at practice or whether we're in the game. It doesn't matter. He is always hustling. Nobody, coaches, fans, or players have ever questioned his effort. He has led the team in effort plays each year that he's been on the varsity squad. He also has a career total of 40 charges. To put that in perspective, the next player closest to him has a career total of 17. He is by far the program leader in that category during my tenure. His overall energy is next to impossible to match. I've had several coaches throughout seasons ask me jokingly, man, when is this kid going to graduate? He's a pain to match up with. This year's Hustle Award goes to none other than Mr. Greg Hester. Next award that we're giving out, I actually got an opportunity to go back to this award. We haven't had solely more than one post player in a while now. So this award here, this next award goes to the player whom we coaches have been on constantly about being better on the block, being stronger when it goes up. He has taken constructive criticism of the game after game rather. He has put in the individual post work and it's definitely paying off. He improved so much this year that we was able to put in a place specifically designed for him. He will definitely be a force in the coming years. This year's Post Player of the Year award goes to Mr. Jakari Andrews. Next up, award is the Team MVP of the Year award. This next award is not necessarily who scores the most points. In my opinion, it's who is the most valuable to their team across the board. The question we have as coaching staff is, could we compete or win in the absence of this player? Well, this year, for the first time, that question can be answered, or could go both, more than one way, actually. I'm really not a huge fan of co-awards, but this year I feel it's justified. No one can really argue the fact that we would not have won 17 games if we removed either of these two young men from this team. As you can see, the numbers speak for themselves. This season totals, again, one of them had 261 points and the other one had 197. This year's co-MVP awards go to Mr. Cam Lederer and Mr. Greg Hester. There you go, kidding on this one, but got all the regional honors going on right now. We actually have one kid that was able to get the first team all region selection. Again, that was Mr. Cam Lederer. Huge honor. Also, all region honorable mention, Mr. Jakar Andrews. Also, all region honorable mention, Mr. TJ Reeves. All region honorable mention, last but not least, Mr. Greg Hester. Before turning it over to wrestling, I'd like to take this moment to thank my assistant coaches, Mr. Sayed Emery and Mr. Brandon Kerbo, for their commitment and dedication to our program. I'd also like to thank our athletic director, Cody Waldrop, Principal Mr. J.J. Wall. Special thanks to Ms. Lori Cade for always ensuring we have everything we need, whether it be scheduling buses, stocking the hospitality rooms, or in my case, even babysitting. We appreciate you, Ms. Cade. You make my job easy. Mr. McMahon, Ms. Sandy, and Ms. Donna Smith, appreciate y'all for getting us to and from games safely. Last but not least, I would like to thank our parents and players for their time and sacrifice over these past 5 months. To the seniors, you have made your mark on this program and carried it to new heights. My underclassmen, it's your turn. What you do in the offseason will dictate what we are next season. You are in control of the success of this program, and it is totally up to you all to continue what we have started and keep the program moving forward. That being said, let's continue to work and go Brewers.
Good evening, Coach Haynes. Just a quick review of the season for wrestling here. We had 5 state qualifiers who battled their way to the state tournament. 3 of them earned state placer honors. As a team, we secured a top 10 finish at the traditional state tournament. This state tournament was an historic milestone for our program, as we had 2 individuals become state champions in the same year. If there was one phrase that sums up the season, it's trust the process. From our underclassmen stepping into high school wrestling for the first time, to athletes returning from injury, to our state placers chasing bigger goals, that mindset carried us all year. As coaches, we often see their potential before they do, and trusting the process is what allows that potential to grow. Our younger guys had to adjust quickly to a tough schedule, and even our veterans faced moments where things didn't go their way, but the challenges paid off. By the end of the season, our younger wrestlers made huge jumps, and our older guys are competing at the highest level we've seen from them. Ultimately, our goal as a staff goes far beyond wins and losses. We want the challenges these athletes face in wrestling to become blessings they carry into life. When an athlete leaves here, or leaves this program better than they arrived, with the tools to be an outstanding parent, spouse, employee, and a leader. That accomplishment outweighs any medal or accolade this sport can offer. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Coach Hedrick to announce the letter awards.
Greetings, everyone. I just want to thank you all for coming in. At this moment, we're going to start our letter award, starting with Stephanie Barfield, 1-year letter, scholar, athlete. Colby Buchanan, 1-year letter, scholar, athlete. Bentley West, 1-year letter, scholar, athlete. Bo Wilkins, 1-year letter, scholar, athlete. Gage Wright, 2-year letter, scholar, athlete. Lane Moran, 3-year letter. Peyton Rastraw, 3-year letter, scholar, athlete. Nick Trosper, 2-year letter. Jared Coggin, 1-year letter, scholar, athlete. Aiden Hasty, 2-year letter, scholar, athlete. Pamela Dominguez Vasquez, 4-year letter, scholar, athlete. Ronnie Marlowe, 4-year letter, scholar, athlete. Will Miller, 4-year letter, scholar, athlete. We'd also like to recognize our managers, Kaylee Hedrick, 1-year letter, scholar, athlete. And Haley Amison, 1-year letter, scholar, athlete. Thank you. And now, we will start our individual awards.
So, with our first individual award, this is a great award. This athlete never complained about any circumstances, displayed mental and physical toughness daily. They also worked extremely hard to get back from a major surgery and the rest of the post-surgery adversity. Bear with me. This young wrestler, their career is defined on grit, and just anybody that knows that comes back from a major injury, the toll it takes mentally to return back. And even when they could not practice or they couldn't be cleared to fully lift yet, this individual love for the sport, they were still there in the summer doing things that they could do to get better. Just kind of highlight the career wins that they had with 101 wins and the most career wins for the girls, and that's Pamela Dominguez Vasquez. The next one is our breakout wrestler of the year. This is an individual who previously was not a state qualifier but made that jump this year. Wrestles with a sense of urgency in practices, tournaments. And the way he practices, he pushes everyone around him. He has such a high motor, and it doesn't matter if he was down big or if it was a close match, the way he would attack in matches would ultimately pay off in many of his matches. And this kid, no matter what he's going through, there's always a smile on his face, and that's Nick Trosper. Our next award is a Varsity Brave Award. This individual is also a state qualifier. He's a great leader on and off the mat. He puts others in the program before himself. We talk about all the time, PTI, program, team, individual. And this kid is one of the best ones that has understood that and has bought into that mindset. Just to show how unselfish he is, we're at area dual tournament. He wrestles up 2 weight classes to fill a hole in the lineup. He never quits or complains, he just works. And that's Gage Wright. All right, most valuable wrestler had a season record of 37-2, led the teams in wins, led the team in bonus point wins. He set the tone, and his performance just elevated the team morale. At the state tournament, his results were 2 falls, a minor decision, and a major decision. His career wins were 145. That's the second most in the program. And he also holds the most single season wins in the 24-25 season, which was 49 total wins. He's also a state champion, Will Mueller. Performance of the year, earned the most team points at the traditional state tournament with 27.5 points. State tournament results, it was 2 falls, a tech fall, and a minor decision. Career wins of 136. That's the third most in the program. 44 single season wins. In the 2024-2025 season, that's the 4th in the program. And also a state champion, Ronnie Marlowe. Recognize 2 wrestlers who achieved 100 wins throughout their career so far, and they reached that this season. The first one is Lane Moran. State placers, Lane Moran, 6th place. Pamela Dominguez Vasquez, 4th. Ronnie Marlowe, state champion. And Will Miller, state champion. Now I'm going to turn it over to Mike Mason on behalf of FCA Wrestling to present an award.
Hey there, my name is Mike Mason. I'm with FCA Wrestling. We serve the state of Georgia, wrestling specific, girls and guys teams. We host camps in the summertime. We lead mission trips to Brazil. And so our vision and mission is to lead every athlete and coach in a growing relationship with Jesus Christ. And so one of the things we do to honor the wrestlers and the female wrestlers is we give out a $1,000 scholarship to the male wrestler and female wrestler of the year. And so with me tonight to present the Female Wrestler of the Year Award for the $1,000 scholarship is our newest member of FCA Wrestling, my lovely wife, Karen.
Tonight, we have the privilege of recognizing not just an outstanding athlete, but a young woman who reflects excellence, character, and a heart for the Lord both on and off the mat. Wrestling requires strength, discipline, and perseverance, but even more than that, it reveals character. It shows who you are in hard moments when no one is watching and when giving up would be easier than pressing on. During the season, as we reflect on Passover and look towards celebrating the resurrection of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, we are reminded that true victory comes through faith, perseverance, and purpose. It's a reminder that what we do and how we do it matters deeply. Tonight, we honor a young lady who's walking that out. In recognition of the following character qualities: outstanding integrity, a humble walk with God, service to team, school, and community, teamwork with teammates and coaching staff, excellence on the wrestling mat and in the classroom, and a passion to impact her team in school for Jesus Christ. As it says in Colossians 3:23, whatever you do, do it with all your heart, as working for the Lord rather than for men. This young woman has demonstrated this in the way she competes, the way she leads, and the way she lives. Her dedication and her faith set her apart, and her impact reaches far beyond the mat.
And so the winner tonight, you probably have already guessed it. Let's say it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Pamela.
One last award here, and it's actually for a lot of the wrestling moms got together and decided to recognize one of our moms that has gone over and beyond helping out. This wrestling mom here, she doesn't even have a kid on the high school team anymore, but her love for this program and love for the sport, it shows with just everything she gives it to give, back to these kids, and from hosting big time tournaments, running tables, hospitality room, you name it. She goes over and beyond, like I said, to help us out and make the life of us coaches easier and make sure these kids are taken care of. That's Tiffany Hedrick. Thank you for everyone who that helps support the wrestling program, and beyond that, all Hurt County sports, the students as a whole. Thank you for our administration for supporting us and giving us the ability to do what we love. Now I turn it over to Cody Walker.
Let's give one big last round of applause to all our athletes. A couple things real quick. Seniors, don't forget your senior gifts. Miss Kay will be out here cutting down banners if you want to take your banners home. The spring sports banquet will be May 13th. We have the silent auction coming up on May 1st. The tickets being sold for that, and we can always use donations on items and things like that if you want to help out there. And, again, one last thank you to all the parents and everybody for being here tonight and supporting, and thank you for supporting Kirk County Athletics.